Hey guys, it's Tixie here. Welcome back to the channel, and today guys we are going to be doing something a little bit different. So I was recently asked by one of my subscribers on whether or not I thought it was worth buying Black Ops Cold War in 2023. Now that subscriber has now gone on to buy the game. However, I've then a few days later been asked on a separate comment on a separate video again whether or not Cold War is worth it in 2023. So I thought today I would just kind of go through some of my thoughts, very basic, give kind of an overview of the game from how I feel about it to kind of help anybody out there who's maybe thinking about possibly buying Cold War, because like I said, I think we're in a bit of a strange time for COD at the moment. The new one may not necessarily be the most popular, and obviously we're not going to get a proper new Call of Duty until 2024. Not sure what year 2 of Modern Warfare 2 is looking like yet, but a brand new game very much not going to come until 2024, so quite a lot of time to fill for anybody out there who is a big fan of Call of Duty. So I will be honest, Black Ops Cold War, I'm going to be a little bit biased in today's video because it is my favourite game of the last 4 years by a country mile, and the game's obviously treated me very well in terms of, you know, getting a lot of enjoyment out of it and having a lot of fun here on the channel as well. But I'm going to try and back up, you know, those thoughts and feelings by going through some of the things that I think make this game good and kind of why. So I think firstly, fundamentally, it's a very fundamentally good Call of Duty. You know, I mean, the game kind of works as you'd expect the Call of Duty to work. I think firstly, you've got Ninja as a perk. For me, Ninja, Dead Silence, has always got to be a perk. I think it opens up so many play styles in every game mode. Allows you to get aggressive, allows you to go on flanks without being heard. Really very much improves search and destroy. I'm not a big search and destroy player, but I know how big of an impact Dead Silence and Ninja makes on that game mode. So I think straight out of the gates, that is a really good point. You know, having Ninja as a perk really does allow you to do a lot of things on the map, and if you like Ninja as a perk, then, you know, that is one good thing for Cold War. Obviously, you've got a working mini-map, so basically when people fire unsilenced weapons, they will come up on the mini-map as a red dot. Give or take that one for me, I can probably live without it, but again, it is a good thing to have, and it's good that it's in Cold War. I think the spawn system in Cold War works very well. I mean, I play a lot of Demolition, so the spawns are always very sticky. But even in Hardpoint, Domination, Team Deathmatch, the spawns just feel like they work how you'd expect them to work in those game modes. It feels like they're quite understandable. There is logic to it, and once you kind of learn them, you can kind of predict them quite well. Whereas I think on sort of Modern Warfare 2 and other games, you know, it can be a little bit random at times, and it can be very unreadable. And I think having readable spawns is very important to having fun on Call of Duty, because nobody wants to just randomly have somebody spawn behind them and shoot them in the back when they're having a good game. Powerful class setups on this game. Obviously, you can have perk greed, so you can have extra perks, and you can build some really powerful classes around perks. So, for example, you can have Flak Jacket and Tactical Mask together with Ghost and Ninja as well. And I think, you know, it just allows you, them really powerful class setups, allows you to do a lot on the map. But you can also have 6, 7, 8 attachments. You know, that may be not as big of a deal, because I know Gunsmith in Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard allows a lot of attachments and stuff. But again, it's one of those things, you can really build the classes in this game to suit you as a player. And yeah, I just think that when you find out what suits you best, class setups in this game with, like, you know, assault packs, you know, to give you extra score and stuff, yeah, you can really build some powerful classes, and it can allow you to have some really crazy gameplays. Talking of score streaks, some amazing score streaks in this game. The score streak system itself, I know I've kind of complained about it a little bit in the past, saying that maybe it was a little bit too easy to get streaks, but ultimately it does allow you to get streaks, and there are some really good streaks in this game, and it allows you to just kind of pop off. And it's just kind of one of those, it feels like a very typical tryout Call of Duty, where they give you score streaks that allow you to dominate the match. And who doesn't love dominating the match with score streaks or kill streaks, whatever you want to call it? You know, that is what has always motivated me on Call of Duty, going on streaks and just watching the streaks absolutely destroy the other team. So yeah, great score streaks, some amazing maps, obviously some from sort of Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but, you know, overall, the game has got some amazing maps in now. Maybe not so much at the start, but obviously today I'm looking very much at how the game is now, not how it was, you know, when it first came out. And yeah, there are some amazing maps in this game, and plenty of variation as well. And you also do get map voting, which I, you know, give or take map voting for a lot of people, but for me, I think it's a big thing. You know, it's nice to have the kind of option, rather than just, if you get a really crap map and it keeps coming up, you have to back out or you have to play it. So yeah, so that's another good thing. Obviously 150 health on this game, so that means the TTK is a little bit longer, a little bit higher. So you know, that's, you know, some people might not really care about that, but for me, I think it's quite nice. You still die quite quick in this game, but it's not quite as ridiculous as, say, Vanguard or Modern Warfare 2. The game at the moment is still very populated. You know, it probably will drop off over time like every Call of Duty does, but I don't see it dying, definitely not for a little while yet. And like I say, I play a lot of Demolition. That's still populated, so I'm sure, you know, the popular game modes like Team Deathmatch and Search and Nuketown 24/7, they're definitely going to be populated, so it's not really a problem worrying about lobbies or anything at this point. And like I say, it's not something that's going to die tomorrow. You know, I think it's still got quite a lot of time in it. You know, you see how long the Call of Duties last these days. You can go back and play almost any COD and find a lobby. So I don't see Cold War dying for now, so you don't have to worry about sort of buying the game and not being able to find lobbies. The camos in this game are really, really good. It may be difficult to grind the multiplayer mastery camo. You know, if anybody does do it now, amazing. You know, I did it quite some time ago, and it was quite difficult with some of the weapons because you need certain game modes like, I think it's like the Combined Arms game mode is very, very good for launchers. That isn't very well populated now, but, you know, there are some still good camos in there, and you can always grind the zombies camos, you know. Zombies isn't going anywhere. You can play zombies on your own, still progress your level, still progress your camos. And obviously the Dark Ether, which you unlock for the Mastery Camo in Zombies, in my opinion, is better than what you get for Dark Matter in multiplayer. So really, really good camo grind there, and can be nice sometimes just sit back and play some zombies. And talking of levels, the max level in the game is 2,500 now, so if you were starting out, you've got a long grind ahead of you. You can kind of work through the 26 or 27 prestiges like kind of a normal prestige system in a way. You haven't got to worry about getting kind of reset, so it would kind of give you that old school feeling of a prestige system, even though it didn't work like that in the actual game. But the way they've kind of capped the level at 2,500 now, and that you don't get reset. If you were starting out now, you could work through all the prestiges, and it would feel like a legitimate prestige system, which I think is a really, really good thing. Zombies is still incredibly populated, from what I've heard. You know, like I say, I generally tend to play zombies either solo or with some of my friends. But I'm pretty sure I read a tweet some of the other day. Zombies community is still very popular, still going very well on Cold War. There's plenty of different maps you can do, Easter eggs and stuff. So if you're into zombies, there's a lot of stuff you can do there. And as well, although some people will probably comment and say that this is not the case, skill-based matchmaking is not as strict in this game now due to the player count. Don't get me wrong, skill-based matchmaking is still there. It still works as it always has. You'll still end up with, you know, in some sweaty lobbies, and you can maybe run into the same sort of players, you know, if you play in the same game mode. But it won't always be like that. You will get some easier lobbies, definitely more so than when the game first came out. That is a fact. I don't care what anybody says, but, you know, there'll be somebody. Everyone loves to make a dig about skill-based matchmaking or reverse boosting and stuff, but no, in all seriousness, it is very, very much not as bad as it once was. Obviously still there, but nowhere near as bad. So they're kind of the main points I would say, guys. Overall, if you were asking me, is Black Ops Cold War worth it in 2023? I would say yes, specifically if you like the sound of the things that I've kind of run through in today's video. But for me, the big thing is it's very much a traditional Treyarch Call of Duty. It's got that arcade feel. It's a very colourful game. It's a game where you're rewarded for going on streaks. Like I say, the streaks are powerful. You can really take over and dominate games, drop 100 bombs, you know, drop crazy, crazy damage. And I always feel like Treyarch have done that well in their Call of Duty. They've always kind of gone, do you know what? If you do well, you've got the potential to absolutely take over the map and decimate the other team. And, you know, if you're into Treyarch Call of Duties, if you've liked any of the Treyarch CODs throughout the years, I do genuinely believe you will enjoy this game. And I do think that there are enough people still playing it and enough things to do to still enjoy it. And like I say, the new Call of Duty is not going to come out till the end of next year, so there's a lot of time to kind of pass. So if you haven't played this game, I think it's something that can definitely help you pass the time to the next Treyarch Call of Duty. If you're more of an Infinity Ward player and you like Infinity Ward games, I would probably say Cold War is not for you. You know, I think Cold War has definitely received some hate in its time, and I think there are a lot of people out there that will die on the hill to say it's a terrible, terrible game. So yeah, I think if you like what I've heard and you like Treyarch Call of Duties, I would definitely say it's worth it. But if some of the stuff I've said today doesn't really matter to you in the Call of Duty and you prefer kind of Infinity Ward type games, I would say it's not worth it. But that's kind of all I can do, guys. I've got plenty of videos on my channel if you want to go back and watch certain gameplays and try and get kind of a feel for some of the things I've said in an actual gameplay before you make your decision. But yeah, I just felt like having had this question asked by one or two different people, and I thought, you know what, we'll do the video. You know, I've not done something like this for a while. It's something a little bit different to try and help out and give back to the community. So that's that, guys. Apart from that, you know, all I have to say is that I hope you found today's video useful, and if you have, please do hit the like button down below. If you are brand new around here and want to find your way back for more, please do consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, guys, I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.